Hey YouTube. So today we're going to be doing a YouTube exclusive league. We're going to be taking blue-red Affinity for a spin with a ever so slight twist to the sideboard from the last time that we ran it. Main board's still the exact same 60. You've got the Memnites, the Ornithopters, the Welding Jar, Signal Pests, Swingleaf Drums. Basically, you're still trying to do what Affinity does best of dump your hand early, play out some big creatures, and then get in with threats like Cranial Plating or Urza's Saga. You've got, I believe it's 15? No, it's 11 artifact lands between the 4 Treasure Vault, 4 Darksteel Citadel, and the 3 Silver Bluff Bridge. So you've got 11 artifacts there, and then you've got 1 of Island, and then Spire of Industry to help color fix, because we need red and blue for the Galv Blast and Thought Monitor. Other than that, you got Galv Blast, you've got Thought Monitor. Those are your only 2 colored spells main deck. And then it's just a bunch of Affinity stuff. In the sideboard, what we've got going on is we've got 3 Metallic Rebuke instead of Stubborn Denial. Metallic Rebuke because it's basically the same cost of 1 blue, and we can tap our artifacts. And this time we can counter anything instead of just being able to counter non-creature spells. So we can counter if they try to drop a Solitude on us, we can say, how about no? And get through that. You've got the 2 of Experimental Frenzy for when the games get a bit grindy. Helps with that. A Singleton Gear per Aether Grid, because I want to try it and see how it does. Gear per Aether Grid was a great card back when Affinity was around in 2017, 2018 era, when Stony Silence was running rampant, because you could just play the grid, and the grid has the activated ability, not the artifacts themselves, so you get around things like Stony Silence and Karn the Great Creator. Meaning we get to turn our useless artifacts into damage. Not a bad game plan. Then you've got the 2 of Wear Tear, because artifacts and enchantments are a thing that we need to be able to destroy. You've got a Pithing Needle and 3 relics, mainly because they're artifacts that you can grab off of Saga, and they're useful. Graveyard Hate and activated abilities. Graveyard Hate and activated abilities are kind of needed to be able to stop. And then 2S Champions, probably the weakest card in the sideboard here. Not necessarily in power level. Having something that has pro colors is fantastic. The problem is lots of Urza Saga decks are running around, and people have colorless creatures that can block it for days. That being said, I think it's in a pretty good spot right now. So let's take it into a league and see how we can do with it. All right, match number 1 here has been found. We lost the die roll, sadly. But let's see what we can do here. Affinity. Reveal the Gigantha. So turn 1 Memnite, turn 2 Signal Pressed and Frogmite, turn 3 we have Saga. We'll keep it. It's a bit slow, but it's fine. Spire Bluff Canal, red Ragavan. Alright. We're just gonna take a hit from a monkey here. Too afraid of them having removal for the Memnite and then us not being able to Frogmite for free. Ragavan hits a Frogmite. They can't really play that. So they exile a 2/2. Not great, but not awful. Dragon Rage Channeler. Doug. Bobble. Surveil. Frogmite cost them 2 mana. They like the card on top. That's not great. They bubble themselves. They already know what they're drawing. I don't know why you wouldn't bobble me just to gain that information. This memnite. Signal pest. Frogmite. And pass the turn. All right. Yeah, we'll pass. I think that they could do that we're afraid of here on the instep. I'm assuming this is the blue-red Murktide lists, which we're a little weak to. Same time, when they're not doing much. Gonna bolt there. Let them surveil. Puts an instant into the yard. A creature into the yard. Galv Blaster Darcy. Hit it for 4. As the counter spell. Okie doke. That's fine. Darcy will get in just the once. Problem is we don't have an answer to 2 Darcys. So that gets countered and that gets killed. They attack with the monkey. We block with the memnite. Pest is just gonna sit there, take 3. But they no longer have monkey. They've got 1 card in hand. We have a saga. This plating. Galv Blasted Darcy. Pass the turn. Battle Cry does not matter. Now we've got Darcy versus Saga tokens and a big ol' Signal Pest. I can race a Darcy. Oh. Treasure Vault. Holding Jar. This. Whip there. We've got ourselves a 6-1. Can race that Darcy all day. One goes to 12. They are dead on board. And they concede. All right. Onwards to game number 2 here in sideboarding. So facing blue-red, I want the rebukes. I want champions. They've got unholy heats and lightning bolts. They don't have sagas, so as champions real good at blocking monkey and being unblockable. Galg Rebuke's a good way to get around their counter stuff. Galv Blast is fine. Shadow Spear is great. Pest is pretty meh. I'm gonna shave some number of pests here. Shave the enforcers. And I like Welding Jar. Regenerates. Ornithopter's good. Memnite's fine. Pests, Mirror, and the Brute. I guess there's an argument for the Relic, because then you can hit their graveyard, and hitting their graveyard's kind of important when they have Dragon Rage Channeler and Murktide Regent to grow. So hitting their grave early isn't a bad plan. Bring in 2 relics. Shave on a Frogmite. And a Memnite. Kind of like so. Here we go. Reveal the Gigantha. Hands meh. So turn 1, Springleaf Drum, and Ornithopter Memnite gives us enough to have Metalcraft online. We can't improvise because we're having to use the Springleaf Drum to tap, so we can't counter. I don't like our lands only being sagas. We're going to try it. One of mulligans to 5 here. So this might be enough to get us. All right. Delta cracks Delta, sure. Steam Vent, Shockden, Red Darcy. Sounds good. I kind of just want to Galv Blast that right away. Relic right off the bat, huh? That Springleaf, Cornercropter, Note. So I would have to be able to put a lot of cards into the yard if we did Relic. Instead, if we just blast. Blast now while it's not big. Having to lead on Saga is not great here, especially when we already drew one of the cards I want to grab with Saga. You want to consider. I only have 2 cards in hand, so didn't put the card in the graveyard, so they liked the card. Treasure Vault here is pretty good. Have to hold. Have to hold if we want to be able to Metallic Rebuke. Do we? Yeah. We're gonna hold, so this way we can either rebuke or make a token. Iteration is fine. They tap out to do that. We get to make a Saga token. And they concede. All right. And with that, we go 1-0 to start. I'll see you guys in match number 2. Let's see if we can't keep it up. All right. Match number 2 here has been found. We did not win the die roll, but let's see what we can do here. Reveal this Gigantha, and let's go to town. And it's got a turn 1 Signal Pest and not much else going for it. So we're gonna mulligan. Gigantha revealed from both sides here. This is all right. We can keep. We're not doing much. That's fine. Do this, bottom of blast. One mulligan to 4. They might be Tron. Down to 2. Okay. Let's see what 2 cards opponent kept here. All right, well, they're Tron. That much is for certain. Do this drum jar. Pass turn. We've got 2 Tron pieces. That's lovely. This costs blue and 2. Have blue and 1. Right, and this would cost 3. Unfortunate. Do they assemble Tron? They assemble Tron on turn 3 on a mulligan to 2. Put Giganta to hand. This, tap there, this, top monitor, draw 2, play out a land, play this. Nope, that costs 1 mana. Fun. Darn. I was going to be able to start applying pressure. There's the forest, so here comes Giganta. If they don't have anything else. This is 8 for... Okay, it's Karn Liberated. It's fine. They probably exile what? Monitor? They tell us to go exile a card from our hand. Exile Aspire of Industry. Blue Thought Monitor. I'm gonna draw some cards. Thought Monitor. We're gonna draw some cards. Treasure Vault. Canyon. 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 Shadow Spear. Combat. Attack Karn. Attack them. Battle Cry takes it to 3. Karn goes down to 7 here. And we've got a massive board state. Need a board wipe here. This dust won't do it. Exiles target permanent. Guess if you're going to be exiling stuff, we're going to Karn. Get rid of my permanent. Do you have Karn too? No, because you're paying costs already. That means that you don't have. Gonna try to get Blast Zone to 7 here, Tron opponent. So 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 off the Shadow Spear. So opponent will be at 1. They got a tower. Tower. So they have 7. They put out Giganta to block. They have 5/5 to block. Understandable. Buys them 1 turn. Cornercropter. This equip there. Well, it's colorless. Combat, turn them sideways. Giganta can block a 4/4. Mm. Fun, fun. Go ahead and need exactly a blue stone off the top. Did you draw your Oblivion Stone? That is a chromatic star. Draw into it. Also, do they even... So it's 3... Okay, so if they had hit the Oblivion Stone, they do technically have enough. Tron, huh? Anything we want against Tron? I guess Needle. It's not bad. Don't exactly have much. Star could come out. Well, they have the Destroy. Yeah, just a test. Rebuke's not awful if you can land it early. Grid and Frenzy, we don't want. Champion's not good. Yeah, I think it's just bringing the needle. Everything else looks fine. Let's see how we can do. His axe takes the play here. Reveal Gigantha and throw. Turn 1, we've got some pressure. Sure. Down to 3. Never great to see the Tron player go that low that quick. Because that means that they hit lots of land. Or lots of non-land. Okay, mine, pass. Plating is great here. That, jar, ornithopter, ginger brute, combat, Anya. It's a power plant. They get to pull off Tron on turn 3 yet again. Plating. Tap there, equip here. Combat 7, you opponent. Yeah. Mm. They don't have anything. All right. Taking it against Tron here and going 2-0. See you guys for match number 3. Match number 3 here has been found, and we won the die roll. Let's take the play and reveal this Gigantha, and let's get to work. Turn 1, we'll have out 4 artifacts, but then we can't do anything on turn 2. But if we can hit a land, we've got lots. Let's try it. Probably incorrect to keep this hand, because we're not doing anything if we don't hit this land. But it is a tempting set to start with. Opponent is F6. We sadly can't do anything past this. I mean, I guess we can still technically play out drum or play out plating. They go forest grazer. Okay, so this is Titan. Okay. We're in a bit of trouble. But we might be able to do this. Something like that here. We've got 5. We'll make it 6. So thought monitor next turn. No point to swing with a 0. No point. No point to swing into the 1/3. There's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. And a Valakut. So we are definitely playing who's going to be faster here. Frogmite. Tap for blue. Thought monitor. Draw 2. This. You pest. This. Whip here. Kenya opponent. Gonna block with your reach? Yep. Understandable. They lose that, and now do they have Titan? I mean, we're at 20, so it can't just be a Titan. Azusa. Are we just dead? Not without an amulet. Cool, cool. So this, where's this Valakut going? Trying to hit the thought monitor. Gonna try to save it. The regeneration shield. See if they have another land drop. Do not, so we win. All right. Interesting. Waiting. Let's equip there. Combat, turn them all sideways. Hit you for 25 in the air. All right. Amulet Titan. What do we want against Amulet? I know we want Wear Tear. That's a good card against them. Metallic Rebuke. Their stuff. Champions, not great. Relics, bad. Pitting Needles, meh. Frenzy's tempting. Okay. Want all these. What's not great against them? Ginger Brute, not phenomenal. Knight, they've got lots of blockers. Pest, we can shave. Shave on one of each of these. Shave a bit of our creatures away. I know that's making our threats a lot less, but we're going for a more interactive plan here. So let's run with it and see if this is right against Amulet Titan. All right, here we go. Reveal this Gigantha. No. Way too many high drops and not enough low drops to get them out. Tempting. If we keep this, we bottom. God. Keep it bottom, I guess, a land. Hope they don't have a turn 1 amulet. Because we can't interact with a turn 1 amulet. Everything else we're fine against. Beating on a Saga has me feeling good. That means that they're going to use Saga to go get course, it has to be one that's tapped. Because it just says that they're using Saga to get their amulet. At which point, if they're getting amulet, then it's going for a Dryad plan. Dusa. In which case, with the trigger on the stack, bounce land, we will blow it up. No, thank you. You have 2 Valakuts. You have 4 artifacts. Saga is pretty good. Read this. We're going to where? There. That's the turn. Three. What's next? Another Dryad. Sure. This. You put in a bounce land trigger on the stack. Bounce land trigger goes onto the stack. Get that card out of here. They play a forest. Or they bounce the forest. All right, there we go. This. Let's create the construct. Let's play out a thought monitor. Draw ourselves some cards here and start applying pressure. Beautiful. Signal Pest can't do anything this turn, but Signal Pest is doing a lot next turn. We've dealt with 2 Dryads and an Amulet here. One does have 2 Valakuts, but we're not too afraid of just Primetime. It's the Primetime plus the Dryad that's the issue. Engineered Explosives on 0. Sure. Popping it now. Only hits a construct. Here's the fun part. I'm just gonna... Well, let me check. We didn't bring in Needle, right? Correct. So we're just gonna float 1 to be able to... It's gonna blow up. I know how this works. Yep, you get to destroy that. Now we get to go get Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear. This you whip there. This cranial plating. This whip here. Combat swing for 11 with lifelink and trample. Good luck, opponent. I'm at 31. You're at 9. Can Amulet do it? I don't think so with the gaining of 11 life there. Because they're 1 mana shy of prime time. They don't have any additional land drop effects. They don't have the amulet. There we go. Get that concession. 3-0 with blue-red affinity. Let's keep it going. All right, match number 4 here has been found, and we won the die roll. Let's take it, reveal this Gigantha. Work. You've got nothing. Mulligan. All right. Turn 1, Brute. Turn 2, meh. keep him bottom. I want a bottom interaction, so I'll bottom the companion, which feels a bit bad. From the aspect of we're really only getting in for one for a bit. Ah. 1-1 with haste. Go. Go, go, brute. Yes. All right. Opponent's blue-red stuff. Good to note. I want to see what we're drawing. Makes sense. Makes sense. And now we need to blow up their monkey. Really, we draw a 0-drop? Darn. I want to see what else we're drawing. What we're drawing next time. This saga triggers you. This costs how much? 3. Can't do that. So we're just gonna blow up that monkey. That's the turn. The brute at this point is just a better Anadork. Got in for 1 this turn and got in for 1 initially, and now it's a mana rock as far as I'm concerned. Blue red meaning iteration. Oh, monkey with dash. Okay. Meaning they like whatever card's on top because they want it. What could possibly be on top for us? A shadow spear? Signal pest. Makes sense. Pretty good card for them. More so along the lines of it's a really bad card for them to face. Dash monkey goes back to hand. Draw. We draw treasure vault. Nice. Is that enough to cast this for free? 2. No. But this you activate. It's 1 companion. I have a 7/7 and a 4/4. That monkey's done getting in. Blue red iterate makes sense. We do this, we make a construct, we go grab spear. Even though we can't equip spear. So island, consider. Got a pest to block for a turn. This we draw. Bit of an unfortunate draw. We still make the construct here. Oh, no. I guess we grab pest, actually. We don't need the life gain, and I'm more afraid of them having something like Archmage's Charm. Back with all. They obviously block the 10 and take 5, go down to 14. Pass the turn. So they need to play out 2 blockers here. Probably have enough mana. Well, now they don't. Okay. There we go. We got game 1 here. Let's take to the sideboard. We know this is blue-red monkey. So rebukes are good. Champion is good. Relic is decent. Else is meh. Like, I can see an argument for each of them. But pests aren't great. Brute isn't great. Knight isn't phenomenal. Cut. Forcer. Sir. And like so. And see what we can do. go, Gigantha. All right. And it doesn't do much. Ship it again. Good. Down to 4. Okay. Keep. Bottom Blast. Bottom Rebuke. Bottom Saga. It's awful, but you couldn't exactly keep any of those other hands. All right. So they lead with just the Delta. They like whatever card's on top. They're going to draw it. There we go. That cast pass. So Champion's not going to be online for a year. So we can hit. Fact. Feels really bad. Darcy? Sure. Drum's pretty good there. Another artifact giving Champion protection. When we drop it next turn. If we get to drop it next turn. Okay, so they consider. And that turns on Dragon Rage Channeler. Don't have a way to block it. And if they go Blood Moon here, we don't ever get this Saga down. They liked whatever card was. Oh no, they didn't. They bend the borrower. Well, Delta 3. Okay. Opponents got us on a faster clock than we've got them. Now is this like a 4/4 Murktide? Kind of just have to play this into the counter spell. Sucks. Champion, show me your counter spell. Assuming that they've got it. Three mana Archmage's Charm, counter target spell. Archmage's Charm, counter target spell. All right. So we do know that they run Archmage's Charm. Good to know. There goes our champion. Bit on the sad side, but we kind of expected it. Didn't really play around it. Have 3 artifacts with the Saga. Gonna iterate. They bend the canal. Darcy has entered exile. Interesting. Some blocks. Can't block. Hey. Is a land drop ever? I'm debating. No. To do this, they fetch, they shock, they play out the second Darcy. Yep. They're in trouble here. Okay. Those for mana. White Shadow Spear. Gain life. Gain life, turn this into an artifact. We're not looking great. We're not out of it. but we're not looking good. Double blue, meaning this is a Murktide. 1, 2, 3. It's a 6/6 Murktide, meaning it'll trade with the construct. Fine with that. Yep. Murktide. Oh, shrink. All of them. Okay. We're down to 8. Treasure Vault. Meaning if we make a construct, lay out Treasure Vault. Don't have the mana equip. This is just mana. Just mana here. Ornithopter for blockage? Or Relic? I like Relic. Relic means that they can't have Darcy online. 2 lands equip here. They have 2. Have to thought monitor, see what they've got packing. Is this a counterspell to stop us from drawing? Is it an Holy Heat for the construct? Dress down. Okay. It's fine. The Darcys lose their flying. Construct stays alive. We don't get to draw a card here. So we pass turn. Beginning of combat. After the Darcys are forced to attack. Pop Relic. Drinking the Darcys, gaining as much life as possible. Drawing us a single card here. Darcy's turn sideways, and so does that. Pop Relic. Oak. Darcys have been shrunk and are now on the ground. Gonna block like so. Dress down. Features will lose all abilities. So our my construct's gonna trade. Is there hope? Except we're gonna welding bar it. Welding jar, regenerate the construct. You're gonna heat it? Unholy heat. Sure. All right. Lose our thought monitor. We are at 6. I have 2 card types in the yard, about to be 3. Depending on what this is, that is writing on the wall. Engineered on 1. Yep. So this. Okay, 1 life. 2 thought monitor. We draw 2. Get a Memnite here. And we can Galv Blast single creature, or well, the Shadow Spear doesn't matter. Also, they don't want to close up their stuff too. So they can't pop the EE to grow their Darcy's. They just swing. I mean, we're going to block. And I would like to do this red to Galv Blast your Murktide Regent. Hitting it for 4 and then hit your counterspell. Sure. I like the card on top. Not great for us to see there. Stay at 5 here. And draw dead. Okay, there we go. Okay. Murktide. Getting the game here. I don't hate Frenzy. Especially now that we know that they're playing a more grindy game. Shave the last pests. Keep a pest, we'll shave. Memnite. Kind of like so. Grid honestly wouldn't have been terrible there either. Take the play, reveal Gigantha. Turn 1 is Signal Pest, and then we're banking on lands for the rest of the game. That's not good. No lands here. Down to 5. Looks like this might be chalked up to a loss due to bad mulligans on games 2 and games 3 here. I mean, it's keepable. Bottom Rebuke, bottom Companion. Try to draw a land. Also, we're just sitting with a bunch of creatures out. Last turn. Darcy. Yep. That's not good. Going with the Fragmite. Pass. Ooh. Drum. Ooh. Do you wanna block? It's a question we're asking opponent. Whether or not it'll happen, who knows? Let's see. Red mana. Unholy Heats. Yep. We'll indeed lose our Frogmite. Put a spell pierce in the yard. So untapped land off the top here, and we're still in this race. This consider they get to surveil yet again. Trying to turn their Dragon Rage online. Blood Moon was put into the yard. Like the card on top. Well, let's see what they can do. Galvanic Blast, huh? Don't want to throw it at a Darcy, but might be what's happening here. Blue red, they're gonna iterate. The surveil happen. Sorcery's a new type coming in. Let them choose how they want to iterate. Polluted Delta entered exile. They play polluted. Try to play bubble. Let the surveil happen. Go ahead and try to Galvanic Blast away their Dragon Rage Channeler. They've got a Spell Pierce. Unfortunate. Still like that card on top. Untapped. Ideally, Treasure Vault. For Darksteel Citadel. It's an artifact land in general. Well, it's neither. But it is a saga. So it is the untapped land that we wanted. Got Spell Pierce number 2 for me. Technically number 3 since you've already been one. No. No. All right. Smack for 5. No, it's faster than a 3/3 body? A 5/2. They go ahead and crack their Delta here. Get a Steam Vents, shock it in, meaning they have the Unholy Heat. Or the Bolt. Unholy Heat. That works too. Unfortunate. So ideally, Treasure Vault or Darksteel Citadel. This is a Murktide. A big Murktide, an 8/8 Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 7 instant sorceries in the yard. They only exile 5. And they get to keep a sorcery to keep their. They get to keep one of each. So they'll keep 5 card types. Unless they want to shrink their Darcy. So they went down to 4 card types when they could have kept 5. They have themselves an 8/8. And let's see if we can't pull out of this. A artifact land off the top will do it. Oh, don't tell me you've got another one. You guys would just double Murktide me and have a 10/10, a 10/10, and a 5/5. I don't know why you wouldn't. If you're doing this, you should definitely go with the smaller one first. Yes. Because if you do the smaller one first, then your other one grows, and instead of having a 10/10 and a 5/5, you know, instead have an 8/8 and a 10/10. Just some sequencing before my opponent there. Treasure Vault. I was kind of joking about drawing that off the top, but it's not terrible here. So cranial plating is only 6. It's unfortunate. You can block the 5, take 10. They have Unholy. Cool. Unholy Heats hits our Ornithopter, smacks us. That'll get there. So it didn't matter what they did there. They had it. We're gonna be, well, we would have drawn that. This wouldn't have been our draw. So drawing the plating there. Draw plating, get Shadow Spear. Floating mana, try to equip the construct. With 2, construct becomes a 6/6 because we'd be losing the Ornithopter to the Murktide and taking 11. And we'd be able to equip the cranial plating. So it would be a 12. At which point we're racing. I feel we win that race with the lifelink. We just needed that one more turn. And we wouldn't play out either of these. Oh. All right. 3-1. Let's see if we can't end with a 4-1. All right. Final match here's been found, and we won the die roll. Let's take the play, reveal this Gigantha, and see if we can't get it. Yeah. Like, we can't do much with this saga, but turn 2 plating. I mean, if we can hit, it's awkward because like I want to equip this plating as fast as possible, but at the same time I want to get the saga online as fast as possible. It's a conflicting hand, and this Galv Blast is just kind of dead until we can do something else. But Blood Crypt, Shockden, Thoughtseize. They take the plating anyway. So saga it is. They made our decision easy. Thoughtseize Bug inbound. No Thoughtseize Bug. Sadness. That is past turn. I need to swing with the 0/2. We could send the message. I don't think it matters. I think they're going to try to get as low as possible, as fast as possible, and play out a Death Shadow. The Dragon. Oh, interesting. They didn't shock in. Swinging for one. They don't want to trade their Darcy. Sadness. But Darcy's such a good trade. You go down to 10. They play out a monkey. Sure, you've got a monkey. Got some blocks. Got a 7/7. This to draw like that, we definitely make a token. This we get an 8/8. And truthfully, best spear. Here. Oh, we can't equip it this turn. Still just kind of says good luck, opponent. Turn them both sideways. Okay, opponent takes the 1. Go down to 9. Another Darcy. Yeah. Land here means we get to equip Shadow Spear and make a construct. Okay. So this whip spear combat. Turn both of these sideways. Opponent is going for the dress down. That's fine. They're gonna double block a 1/1. Block, no blocks. Okay. Go to 8. They lose their dress down. They unholy heat. Regenerate it. Got a regeneration shield. Stays around. And now it's too big to be heated. Your Darcy has to attack. You've got 1 card in hand. She has to attack. Sounds good. We're not going to block. We'll take 3. In step. Galv blast away your monkey. Monkey goes bye-bye. This we draw a Thought Monitor. That's a pretty good card. Make a construct. We dressing down? I guess here. Got lucky and hit another dress down. Root. This pay 1 life for blue. Thought Monitor. Some cards. Yep. There's the dress down. That's fine. Turn sideways, hold back the Ornithopter. Take opponent down to 5. So dress down. They have a Darcy. Darcy has to attack. Iteration surveil. They don't lose yet, technically. They can still hit quite a bit here. But they have used up 2 dress downs. Swamp is exiled. They play Swamp. Red iterates again. At this point, they're looking for an out. Whatever's exiled is probably going to stay in exile. Karn stays in exile. Opponent gets in, and we'll take 3. They concede. Because even with a dress down, 3. 3 damage from there. 3 damage from there. Hit them for 5. They lose. They're going to draw a Galv Blast. They lose even harder. Cool. All right. So Grixis dress down. Bleh. Relic's not bad. Champion's mediocre because of dress down. It loses its abilities. Like Rebuke. Stop their dress down. I like Relics to stop their Darcies. We'll shave a couple pests. Shave a Memnite. Fragmite. And Enforcers. Yeah. Didn't see anything that we want to needle. We could bring in Frenzy. Opposed to Frenzy. We'll go 1 Frenzy, 1 Grid. 4 mana is a bit difficult for us to reach. Do that. Shave a Plating. A drum. No, drum's one of our color producing sources. This and that's another pest. Just keep 1 pest around as a saga target. All right, there we go. Gigantha. And doesn't do a lot. It's hard to want to mulligan this because it's like turn 1 tapped Silver Bluff, turn 2 we can go Saga into Plating, turn 3 we have Treasure Vault, a Construct. They don't apply pressure super quick unless they hit a Shadow, which we didn't actually see at all in game 1. We're just assuming they're running Shadow. This fetch shock Thoughtseize. Sees that our hand is double up of cards that we want. Opponent takes Plating. Makes sense. Definitely the card to take out of what we've got. Thoughtseize Bug. I see that we had a Thought Monitor. So this, and now we go Saga into Plating, unless they have yet another Thoughtseize. Or Inquisition. Inquisition hits it too. Pet Shock Shadow. Darcy. Sure. Grid, baby. This red Plating. Blue, red, iterate. Makes sense. Grow does not grow their Darcy. That will. They'll have a 3/3 to try to race our 4/4. Tarn was exiled. They play the Tarn. Get in for 3. Okay, we're at 17. They're at 12. They're at 11. This is the problem with the Death Shadow type deck. It hurts itself way too much. SU, Treasure Vault, pass. Because we can make a token. During the attack step, try to block their shadow. Hope they try to grow it. And if they do, they lose. So, do that. Try to make a shadow. Or make a construct. You got the heat. Just keep your shadow mediocre. So this is actually interesting. They know we have double Galv Blast in hand. Gonna block. Like, end of discussion, we block. They are way too low when they know we've got 8 in hand. Paying costs. Mulligan's command, destroying an artifact, and 2 damage. Are they dealing 2 damage to themselves here? Yes, they are. Okay. Go to 7. Ah. Because they're thinking this turns off Metalcraft. Do this. Say okay. It. Jar. Red. Galv Blast you. Red. Galv Blast you. Bada bop pow. 4-1. I'll see y'all in the conclusion. All right. So we never really got to see grid in action. We got to see the main board of Blue Red Affinities do what the main board of Blue Red Affinity does and kind of just go ham. I definitely think this list is fun. It is also extremely on the cheap side when you take a look at things. It's only like $270, $280, both on Moto and in paper. And most of that is coming from these Urza's Saga. That being said, it is extremely cheap and extremely powerful. As you just saw, we went 4-1 with it. And our one loss was pretty close. If we had one more turn, we probably had that. Or we turned the corner. We don't have it, but we turned the corner. The rebukes feel good. Experimental Frenzy. Again, we didn't really get a chance to see these enchantments shine. We never had a lot of time for these grindier matchups. Wear Tear, always a good card. We never brought Gigantha from the companion zone. There was one game where we could have, and we were just so far ahead that we never really needed to. And then, again, as champion, not terrible. Relics, good card in general. Pithing Needle, good card. That being said, Blue Red Affinity. I definitely like it. It feels very much like the old Affinity list did. And no complaints from me. Expect to see a lot more of this deck. Because I was a huge Robots fan back in the day. So, if you're a Robots fan, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe button. Because there'll be more in the future. I also stream on Twitch Tuesdays or Saturdays, depending on, not Tuesdays, Thursdays or Saturdays, depending on scheduling. And yeah, that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.